Hi guys, it's Jared here, and today is my birthday. Yay, I'm 22 today, so very excited about that. And I'm gonna do a DVD and Blu-ray update video for today, and I'm also later on I'm gonna be going to a zoo for a birthday day out. So, and I'll probably film that. I'll probably film some of the animals and stuff. So. Hope you all look forward to that. But anyway, I'll get on to the stuff. First off, I'll show a DVD that I did a whole video on this show. I did a video on this show and on this channel, the TV channel that it's from. There's a show called The Footage Detectives, and it's exclusive to a independent UK TV channel called Talking Pictures TV, which I guess is owned by Renowned Films or something, or that's the other name for them, I guess. But it's a channel in the UK that mostly airs like older movies and shows, mostly stuff I'd say from before the 70s. Sometimes they'll show stuff from after that, but yeah, it's mostly stuff from before the 70s. And obviously, because it's a channel that shows older stuff, they don't have a lot of new content on it. But this is a newer show. It's original to the channel. It's basically where these two hosts, Mike Reed and Noel Cronin. He's the founder of the channel. Him and his daughter Sarah Cronin, they run the channel. And basically, these two, they look back at old footage and stuff. And yeah, it's very very interesting. They look back at like footage of actors or whatever, or just footage of places. So yeah, you can see in terms of actors, I know there's Peter Sellers and there's Hattie Jakes from Carry On movies. Those are the ones I recognise. But yeah, I also look at like how the towns in England were in the past and stuff. And yeah, please do check out the video I did on that, on that show and the channel. I got a comment on that video recently from a channel called Rabbit and Snail, which they commented on my DVD and Blu-ray collection video before, and I did a shout out for that. But yeah, the guy I guess who runs the Rabbit and Snail YouTube channel, I guess he's also worked with Talking Pictures TV before, so he commented on my video and he really appreciated it. So yeah, please check that out and check out the comments to see that. So yeah. Next up, I'll show a movie that I've got on DVD. It's some movie called The Sandwich Man. I guess starring Michael Bentine. I guess that's him. I think that's him. And it's got a very interesting cast. If you can see the cast list here, it's got Dora Bryan, Harry H. Corbett, Bernard Cribbins, who's just recently passed away, Diana Dawes, Ian Hendry, Stanley Holloway, Wilfred Hyde White, Michael Midwin, Ron Moody, Anna Quayle, Terry Thomas, Norman Wisdom, and Donald Wolfett. So yeah, and I'll show you the back. You can see there's pictures of some of the actors. There's Harry H. Corbett, of course, known for Steptoe and Son. I remember also Carry On Screaming is very good as well, that he's in. There's Terry Thomas, of course, with the gap between his teeth. And there's Norman Wisdom. So yeah, I'll watch this sometime. So yeah. Next up, I have some of a TV show that I've seen some of, and yeah, it seems very funny. It's the Sergeant Bilko, or the Phil Silvers Show, or most people kind of call it Sergeant Bilko. I kind of prefer the name Sergeant Bilko, but yeah, this is the first season. Yeah, there's some discs in there. This is the first season. Then I have this one that's the very best of the Phil Silvers Show, or very best of Sergeant Bilko. So yeah, it's got some episodes on it, and then his set, I guess, is some of them. It's for the 50th anniversary. And it has with 18 classic episodes of the show. So yeah, it comes in these cases. So yeah, and I've seen some of it. It does seem a very funny classic TV show. I know, of course, the cartoon Top Cat, if you know that. I know Top Cat was sort of meant to be an impression of Phil Silvers, and I think another one of the actors in the Phil Silvers show were he did the voice of like Benny in Top Cat. That's cool. And I've also seen Phil Silvers before. He was in It's a Mad, 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 Mad World. And that movie also has a cameo by a guy named Arnold Stang, who was also the voice of Top Cat, funnily enough, who was an impression of Phil Silvers, which is pretty interesting. And they were in the same scene in the movie as well. So, yeah. And I've also seen Phil Silvers in... He was in one of the Carry On movies that was called Follow That Camel. In that one, he was sort of... He played the role that was originally intended for Sid James in that one. So, yeah. Next I'll show two Blu-rays that are both from like the Vintage Classics label, if you see there. Yeah, they have like the Lavender Hill Mob, and one, The Goose Steps Out. And I talked about, I showed that Footage Detectives, which is from the Talking Pictures channel. I've seen both of these on that channel before. This one, the first time I watched it was I watched it on BBC iPlayer, but later I saw it again on the Talking Pictures. And yeah, this one I saw on Talking Pictures before. So yeah, this is an Ealing comedy. It's starring it's got, of course, Alec Guinness, of course, in it, and a guy, Stanley Holloway, again. And it's also got Sid James in it from the Carry On movies. I love Sid James. he has to be my favourite Carry On actor my favourite Carry On actor. Yeah, and it also says it features an early appearance by Audrey Hepburn. That's pretty interesting. But yeah, and yeah, it's another like crime comedy with Alec Guinness, and I have two other crime comedies with Alec Guinness that are also released by this label, and those were there's The Lady Killers and Kind Hearts and Coronets. So yeah, this is a comedy with Will Hay, and it was made like in the time of the Nazis, in World War II, and it's basically satirizing like Nazis and stuff. There's Will Hay there. Yeah, and it's also got Charles Hawtrey in it from the Carry On movies, and obviously he was a lot younger in this. And it's also got a very young Peter Ustinov in it, which is pretty interesting to see. So, and it was directed by Basil Dearden, and Will Hay himself. So yeah, and this is pretty funny, and yeah, this is a good movie as well, from what I remember. So yeah, next off I'll show probably my favourite movie that I've got in this update, which is Baby Driver. Yes, I've seen this before. A very, very good film, of course. And yeah, it was on Netflix, and they've taken it off Netflix now, so I've got this. And I've also watched another recent film by Edgar Wright, which was his Sparks documentary, The Sparks Brothers, and that was on Netflix as well. That was how I watched it, but they've taken it off Netflix now, so I'm hoping to get the Blu-ray soon. I'll definitely want to have that. It was a very, very good documentary, but this I'd say is maybe like my favourite Edgar Wright movie. Would have to be my favourite of his. It's just really such an awesome movie. One thing that annoys me about it, I've seen other people saying like the only like problem they have with it is like it has Kevin Spacey in it, which this was like kind of the last movie he did before his scandal. I get the Kevin Spacey thing, but honestly, like the thing that annoys me about this movie even more than the Kevin Spacey thing, honestly, is there's one scene where you see on like the television, they show like a clip of a child actor who I have interacted with before, and I used to praise on this channel, but not anymore. And it's just on TV for a bit. It's from a clip of him from another movie. It was a child actor. He's grown up now, obviously, but I absolutely despise him as a human being. I really do. Although I actually found out recently, he is aware of the fact that I changed my opinion on him. So I am glad that he is at least aware of that. But yeah, I absolutely cannot stand him as a person. I cannot stand the fact that I used to support him and used to say great things about him in videos and used to go around telling people he was great. And even now, it annoys me that so many other people just blindly agree with him. That there are people who actually agree with his more controversial opinions. Don't get me wrong, but I found there seems to be a lot of people who are just like me, who just blindly agree with him. And I hate him. I hate him so much. Sorry, but yeah, overall it is a fantastic film. So yeah. But yeah, anyway, you comment down below, tell me if you've seen any of that stuff, and also you comment wishing me a happy birthday and all that. That's very appreciated. And yeah, I'll see you later. I'll do video filming some of the animals at the zoo that I'm going to. So I hope you look forward to that. And yeah, thanks for watching, and bye.